Well, Mr. President.
For a second time. Barack, very nice to see you.
Congratulations. How you doing?
I'm a lot better, Dan.
Yeah, I bet. Knew you'd win.
Oh, really? Oh, come on. Anyone could beat her.
Kidding
She's
me?
just...
I was just as appalled. You know what happened? He just didn't want to leave.
I know.
Is what happened. I did what I could to help her. She was horrendous.
I know. You know what I realized? Hillary still hates me. So much. I know. She'll never forget me. We should meet to discuss
I
that.
think so too. We can definitely set something up. Let me know whatever
Oh, we
works
got?
best for you.
I was gonna fly back to Florida tomorrow for the golf.
Okay. Did you see that? She won't even look at me.
Really? I was told. Some of her people. Apparently they said she fell off the wagon.
I think she actually may have. Sure. And also, she's not really built for this. Amount pressure, if you're not built for it, will do it.
President-elect Donald Trump says Russian President Vladimir Putin wants to meet him and that we are setting it up. Joining us live now is political analyst and Professor of Global Futures at Curtin University, Joe Siracusa. Good to see you, Joe. No mention of a face-to-face with Ukraine's President Zelensky. What's your view about this, as Donald Trump has shown he is sympathetic to the Russian leader in his dislike of NATO?
Good morning, Kenny. Well, look, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists says the doomsday clock is 90 seconds to midnight. So if the President of the United States and the President of Russia want to take the nuclear threat back a little bit, this is a perfect start to it. Trump is meeting Putin to effect a unconditional ceasefire with a view to negotiating the end of the war. He's made it very clear to Zelensky, who's had a wonderful run up till now, that he has to participate or he can expect nothing else. And to keep in mind that someone has to rebuild Ukraine when this is over. I mean, half the place has lost its industrial and commercial value as a result of the fighting, and tens of thousands of people have died. Look, this is the same kind of initiative that John Kennedy and Nikita Khrushchev took when I was a kid in 1962 to get the nuclear threat off the table. I think it's very good news. You notice that President Trump is not going to be talking about President Putin as a killer or a dictator or a war criminal. He's going to have a conversation, which is what adults do. President Biden sadly only had one conversation with President Putin, and the rest of the time he railed against him. I think this is a tragic war that has to come to an end. And if this is Donald Trump's first 100 days in office, then I would be quite satisfied.
Donald Trump has had a friendly chat with Barack Obama at Jimmy Carter's funeral and also received a congratulations from former Vice President Mike Pence. They shook hands, two men very against Donald Trump, you would say. What's your reaction? Are old wounds healing?
Well, look, and even the North and the South used to have reunions within 30 years after the Civil War. Look, these guys play at the highest level, these men and women in these administrations. And at an event like this, which is a very somber event, they decided to play nice. And I could see Trump dealing with these people on a one-on-one and everyone being pleasant with each other. I mean, when presidents gather at a funeral like this, we're talking about the equivalent of Roman emperors. I mean, there is no advantage in acting surly or anything like that. And even at Trump's worst times, temper tantrums in his time, he always goes to these kinds of funerals and he behaves himself. And I think this is an important sign. It shows a little bit of civility. But do keep in mind, Kenny, that a photo today posted by the Carter Center in Atlanta shows the presidents at Carter's funeral, and President Trump is cropped out of the photograph. So some wounds die some hatreds die very slowly.
Yeah. Just quickly, we got 30 seconds, but Joe, do you think California Governor Gavin Newsom can survive the fallout from the devastating LA fires, or will there be a political reckoning once they are all contained?
Oh, he's gone. He can kiss the White House goodbye. This is a political disaster. Americans expect their governors and their mayors and their police chiefs and fire chiefs to get a handle on this, and they were poorly prepared for this. And keep in mind, there are, I think, 7 major water facilities that were supposed to be built, but they couldn't meet the ecosystems criteria as a result of Newsom's pushing on this angle here. So he's going to have to bear the burden here. And I do not think Kamala Harris is going to rush in to replace his job, because there's a lot of people there who are angry, and with good reason.
Joe Siracusa, thanks for joining us. Speak to you again soon.
Thank you.